In this video, I want to have a look at a few more problems involving finding the length of an unknown side. But in these problems, our unknown value that we're trying to find is going to end up in the denominator of our fraction. So let's have a look at this one. We're going to start off the same way by identifying which two sides our problem involves. So from this angle is 25 degrees here. This 5 centimeter side is our opposite. And we know that this side here is our hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse, we need to know SOHCAHTOA so we can tell which ratio we're going to use. So we're going to write that across the top of our page. All right, so opposite and hypotenuse is going to be sine. So we're going to write sine theta equals O over H. And then we can fill in what we know. So we know our theta is 25 degrees in this triangle. We're going to have sine 25 degrees. Now our opposite was 5. And our hypotenuse is just h. So we're going to have 5 over h. So this step of working is where it gets a little bit different to the questions we've been doing earlier. So to get rid of this h, we don't like that being in the denominator. So to get rid of it, to move it around, we need to do the opposite. So at the moment, this is 5 divided by h. So to get rid of that, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to times both sides by h. So we're going to end up with h times sine 25 degrees is equal to 5. But we've still got this now, and we want that h to be on its own on one side of the equal sign. So now we need to get rid of this times sine 25, and we're going to do that by dividing by sine 25. So we're going to have h equals 5 divided by sine 25 degrees. And that's what we're going to put in our calculators. And it asks us to the nearest centimetre, so that's the nearest whole number, would be 12 centimetres. Now let's have a look at a second example. So this one we've got from this 62, that 16.3 is our opposite side, and the W is our adjacent. So we've got opposite and adjacent, looking back at SOHCAHTOA up the top, opposite and adjacent is tan. So we're going to have tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. Fill in what we know. So we know that our theta is 62 degrees. So tan 62 degrees is our opposite, so 16.3, over our adjacent, which is W. So we're going to do the same steps we followed up here. To move that divided by W, we're going to times both sides by W. We have W times tan 62 equals 16.3. And then we'll have to divide by tan 62. Then we're going to pop that in our calculators. And to the nearest whole number, that will be 9 centimetres. All right, so that's just 2 examples of how we can use trigonometry to find the lengths of unknown sides.